Welcome to She's in the Weeds.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Hollis.
We're best friends exploring the intersection of pop culture and the female experience.
Be sure to follow us on socials and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode.
And if you love us, give us that 5-star review.
Nailed it?
I think it's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you surviving this hellscape?
Oh my god. Just barely.
Just
barely. Hanging on. It's been quite a week. Well, the weather here is nuts because...
Well, it's snowpocalypse.
Yeah.
Yes. The most snow we've had in easily over a decade.
Yeah. And it's just frigid.
Yeah.
Super, super cold. My dog can't be outside for more than like 30 seconds.
Right. Neither can my kids. It's terrible. Like, you can't even play in it.
Yeah, it's not
too
fun.
deep to play in. My 2-year-old, it was like up to her chest and she couldn't even walk in it. And yeah, she full on randied. And yeah, it's too cold otherwise.
Yeah.
And the 6-year-old lasted, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe.
Yeah, then we were, trapped in our houses when all of the insanity in Minneapolis happened. So I just had to sit at home alone with my thoughts for 2 days.
I know, because we were both trying
brutal.
at a certain point, we were both like, we've got to log off.
Yeah.
And it's hard because you want to stay informed and, it's hard to not... It's like a car wreck. It's like the car wreck. I mean, it's hard to peel your eyes away, even though it's probably best for you to just log off for a little while. So...
Yeah, like you want to stay informed, but you also where is the happy medium between informed and driving yourself absolutely mad?
Right. And so our hearts go out to his family. And just absolutely horrible. And it's just gotten to the point where the gaslighting is just out of control. We have come to a point where we are being told to deny what we are seeing with our own eyes.
Yeah.
And it's just unbelievable almost.
Yeah.
It's hard to process.
Yeah, it was hard to process the first time it happened.
Right.
A couple weeks ago. And now it's just become more violent and more blatant what's happening.
Right.
And thank God for video cameras, because I don't know where we would be if people weren't able to see what was happening.
I know. Before people just had phones and cameras in their pockets, to think how many times we've been lied to about things.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
It's wild. And it does make me, because you do see fake stuff too with AI and everything. I mean, I really spiraled on a macro level about AI and was like, was this the plan all along? Does the government want AI so that they can lie about what's happening and make fake videos? It's not about us making fake videos. It's about them making fake videos to lie to us. And I don't know. It's because there were definitely some of those circulating, and some of them were very easy to tell, and some of them it was like, what? Well,
especially when you have a group that is their whole platform basically is lies.
Right.
And now they have a really powerful tool to help perpetuate them, which is funny. That's what they say about, the other side.
I know.
It's just like everything just starts to get so discombobulated.
No,
and
crazy. Convoluted.
Like,
I know.
What are we even
like
doing?
The Venn diagram starts to just till it's a complete circle.
And the whole Jon Stewart had...
I saw that. He could not have said it better.
I know. It's like, so it's been the guns the whole time.
So you're telling me
you're really
the guns.
I know. It's just like, how did you come full circle?
I know. It's the only argument to justify what happened.
There's literally no excuse for what happened. Yeah.
I know.
So
we don't have to we know you've been inundated and consuming the content for 5 days, and, we're not gonna, obviously, our stances, and so we can move on, but, obviously needed to unload that right off the top there.
Yeah.
So
I know. So anyways, that's been it's been weighing heavy on me though. It's been making it, things like that happen. I don't think you really realize how much brain space it takes up.
Right
Away. And it does. It makes me distracted. you know, I'm more emotional. I feel like those things truly affect.
Of course they do.
Affect who you are.
And I feel like these two particular incidences, I've been upset and frustrated, and I disagree with this administration and when this administration was in power before, and there's been a lot of mental and emotional turmoil, but I think this is the first time I've truly felt fear. I mean, it's just fear of people are being executed in the streets. Like, what is happening? And we're being told to deny what we're seeing with our own eyes. And it's just, it feels so, I don't even know, if like, dystopian. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I remember feeling this way when the insurrection happened.
Yes.
And it's sad, it's tragic to think that this many years later we're still, it's a heightened version of that. It's gotten worse.
Yeah.
We've devolved from that point where I really thought that has to be the precipice of how bad it's going to get.
I know.
There's no way.
You keep thinking it's rock bottom.
Yeah.
I know.
And yeah, it brought me right back to George Floyd too. I mean, it's just insane that it's in the same place happening over again. I mean, the people of Minneapolis and this state of Minnesota really, I mean, truly thank God for you people coming together and doing the right thing and taking care of each other and looking out for one another. I mean, it's just a miraculous example of humanity. It feels like you see these videos that there is none left.
Yes.
You know, that they've all come together and tried to, you know, heal and resolve this in the only way you can, which is together.
Yes. I know.
Yeah.
I know. So, you know, if you're listening and you're feeling all these things too, you're not alone. We're feeling it.
Yeah.
It's weighing on us, and
hold on to the bits of goodness that you can. They're out there. You just have to look harder for them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I leaned into art therapy. I made a poster if anyone's interested.
Yeah.
Posted it online for free download, you know.
Did you post it to the grid or just the stories?
Just the stories. I didn't post it to the pod grid.
Yeah, post it to the grid.
Okay.
That way it's always accessible.
I wasn't sure if it was like, so I'm not trying to promote anything. It's just something I made to help myself, like, you know, cope a little bit. And I thought, you know, if anyone wants to print it out, put it in their window or whatever.
Yeah.
It's available for that for free.
Yeah, we'll post it in a more permanent location so you can access that if you want. And yeah.
So stay warm out there. Take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody if you need to. Send us a DM. That'll help.
We're here.
Yeah.
We're here.
On that note, I'm going back to therapy. Little update.
Oh,
nice. Perfect timing.
Yes. If there was ever a time for some therapy, it might be now.
It's a gift to myself this year. So yeah, I'm excited to go back and.
Are you doing the EMDR again?
Yeah, I still have a few rounds to finish that. The
up. Same woman?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I want to complete that and then just talk about all my other neuroses, all the other problems I have. Which aren't huge, but like, man, I just really loved it. I mean, I don't feel like I'm, you know, luckily I don't struggle with mental illness.
Right.
I just have like, you know, I think the standard
well, you
struggles
definitely
with like self-assuredness, insecurity, like that kind of stuff.
Of course,
it's like,
of course.
I feel like it really helps just to go and like talk it out with somebody objective and like, who may have a little bit more insight on how to deal and some
of
tools.
Course.
So
well, and you definitely had an experience that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And
there's a little PTSD from that, I'm sure. Yeah.
Residual stuff I'm still working out, like
in ways that you probably don't realize too. So yeah.
So
well, great.
Yeah.
I'm excited to keep us updated as much as you want to on that.
It's my little personal update.
Okay, so I have 2 updates. One is I am also going to therapy, but it is scratch therapy.
Scratch therapy?
Scratch therapy. So
I don't know what that is.
This was like such a serendipitous thing. Like, I can't even believe this worked out. I'm so excited. So I follow this account on TikTok, and well, they're on all the social media platforms, but I found them on TikTok, and they're called the Scratcher Girls.
Oh.
And they're out of Miami, Florida. And it's basically just like, they all have long nails, you know, and they just do like light therapeutic scratching.
Wait, on you?
Yes!
Wait, what?
Oh my God. Well, I can't show you them because my phone is recording, but I'll show you after this. You guys, look up the Scratcher Girls on TikTok or whatever. I think they're on all the platforms. And I'm going to Florida next week because my mom and I are going to see my grandpa who lives more near Fort Lauderdale. And I was like, let me just see, like, how far is this place? And they're actually in Miami Gardens, which is north of Miami. It's only 30 minutes from my grandpa's house.
Oh, my God.
I texted my mom. I was like, does this interest you? And she's like, no, but definitely go if you want to. I booked an appointment. I'm going.
Oh, okay. So how long are the appointments?
So you can do up to an hour, or you can do like a really intense one that I think is like longer than that. I just did 30 minutes because...
And they just sit and like scratch you for 30 minutes?
And Hollis, they're watching, like, and they do go through people's hair. Oh my God. And they do like...
That is heavenly.
I mean, divine.
Oh, because you know what I've always wanted to do, but I've never had the gall to do for some reason, is ask my hair person, like, can I get a scalp massage added on?
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, my place doesn't offer it on, like, some places you go and it's like a thing on they offer on the menu. Yeah. I really just want to be like, will you rub my head for 20 minutes?
Right.
While you're shampooing me.
Yeah. I'm going to show you a video.
Oh my God.
And there is something about these women that is so safe and nurturing. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm so excited.
Do they talk to you while you do it, or it's just...
No. It's the ones that they show. Now, I'm sure they have for like the more intense, like involved situations. They probably have like a room. It's a really interesting spot. Like, I'm interested to see because it kind of looks like this open air sort of like fenced in cubicles kind of.
Interesting.
So it's hard to get an idea of what it's really like, but I assume they have an indoor space as well somewhere. But it's the ones they show, or at least the ones I've seen, the person sitting in a chair, almost like sitting on a chair backwards, and they have like a head thing, and they're blindfolded, or they have a thing over your eyes, and you just sit with your forehead against the thing. And it said, you know, wear like a sports bra, and, you know, wear appropriate clothing, because, you know, we'll be scratching, and you want to have some exposed skin and stuff. But, and they do the hair, the head, the scalp, the neck, the back, the shoulders. I've seen them do people's legs in the chair.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for you.
I'm thrilled. I can't wait.
Oh, I mean, that sounds better than a massage. Honestly.
I know, because sometimes I'm in a massage and I wish that's what they were doing.
Me too. Or I want to be like, will you just scratch my head?
I know.
You know, you're very close to doing what I want you to do, and they never spend enough time on even when the last massage we got, and we got the like head massage, it still wasn't long enough.
Yeah, no.
I was like,
the scalp add-on,
you can spend the whole time up there, honestly.
I know. So I'm excited.
Good. That is some seriously good self-care.
Yes. So thrilled.
Can't wait.
Another, I don't know if this is really an update. I maybe should save it for the spill, but I'm just going to say it now. HBO has gone too far, and I take umbrage.
With what? Heated rivalry?
No. Oh. They've gone too far with the non-contextual nudity and bodily functions. I cannot stand for it.
Bodily function?
It's too much. You will know what I'm talking about if you have watched A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh.
It's specifically HBO and their Game of Thrones collabs.
Yeah.
They have taken it too far. I take umbrage, and I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm not even watching this new one, because I'm just like...
I am not even going to say on the pod what it is, but it's a bodily function, and nobody needs to see it. And there's no context. It's not, you don't need it. Okay. It's like shock value.
Well, now I have to watch it. Is it, we can take this out, is it Those are my 2 guesses.
Hollis, it's... It is so horrendous!
Yeah, why?
He, like, squats down behind this tree, and they show his butt sticking out from behind the tree, and it's coming out! Can't!
There's no reason.
There's no reason.
No,
and it had nothing to do with what was going on.
Oh my god, nobody... Really?
It had nothing to do with it. No!
See why.
It was just like he's taking his morning dump, and they just showed it.
Nobody wants that.
And then there's a very non-contextual, phallic scene. It's unnecessary.
They've gotten, that's like on the checklist now. Where it's like, is there a close-up?
Is there enough dongs?
Yeah. Are we hanging dong enough, though, in this series? I'm not sure.
I mean...
There has to be a discussion about that.
And sure. I am not easily offended. I'm a horror enthusiast.
Yeah.
I like body horror. I like gore. When it's contextual, it's fine.
That's the thing is, like,
it's
I'm not
for
even...
shock value. It's stupid.
Yeah, I'm not even offended by, like, the sexuality of it.
These are not, they're not sexual.
Right, it's just like, this makes no sense.
It makes no sense. I could not believe it. If I had been eating something, I would have been so pissed. It was disgusting.
Gross. Yeah, we don't need that, guys. How about you spend that money on the light budget?
It was one guy, one tree, is what it was.
Yeah, ew, gross. I would suggest maybe you take that money from that scene and put it into the light budget. Can we get some lights?
Yeah, can you turn the lights up?
I can't see shit. I know they didn't have electricity, but you don't actually have to light the set by candlelight. You can bring in some lights so people see what's going on.
I mean,
yeah.
I really want to write a strongly worded letter to HBO. I'm so upset. It was so upsetting.
I mean, I feel like we can't be the only ones who feel this way.
No, I can't believe people aren't talking about it online, because I was a couple episodes behind, because I knew it had come out and I hadn't watched it yet, and I think there were 2 episodes out. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. I mean, my jaw was on the floor.
I want to know what that writer's room is like. How many men? What's the ratio of men to women?
And who is just, there's not even one person being like, guys,
do we have to?
Do we have to?
Butts?
Like,
come on.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
That's hilarious. Well, I might skip that one, but now I kind of want to see it, strangely, just because I want to...
That's why they're doing it, I guess. This, like, strange, like curiousness we have, or, like...
Well, yeah, they're probably like, these spin-offs have gotten really boring, so we're going to have to spice it up.
The thing is, they haven't. I thought House of Dragon was better than Game of Thrones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're fabulous. It's a great show. If you like Game of Thrones, you'll like it. I mean, especially if you're somebody who's read the books and, like, you're into his whole fantasy world, like, you're gonna like the show. The show's great, but, like, we don't need that.
Yeah.
It made no sense. You don't need it. Oh, my God. Anyway.
All right, message delivered.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a couple quick circle backs, of course. So, on our last episode, also, we'll get better at announcing our pop culture queen of the month. It was, like, so awkward and cringy. Sorry, guys.
Just segues in general we're working on.
Well, I feel like we felt like it needed to be, like, theatrical or something. It's like
a pop culture queen of the month!
Yeah, I was like...
I tried to do a drum roll, which really did not work.
So, we will get better at that. But we were talking about... sort of the last chapter of the book is about her hair, and we touched briefly on, you know, why she didn't wear her braids. And she does talk about, you know, in a lot of her advocacy too, she's talked about the Crown Act, and we didn't mention that at all. I just felt like it was a little bit of a missed opportunity, so maybe we should talk about it now. Just in case there's maybe people that don't know that legislation literally had to be passed in order to stop discrimination against people of color for wearing their natural hair and wearing their hair culturally how they want to wear it, which is insane. Yeah. So I just wanted to mention that because she's talked about that, you know, especially since her decision to start wearing her braids again. And anyway, so felt like a little bit of a missed opportunity. So I just wanted to bring that to the forefront.
Good point.
And then I have another quick circle back to the Beckhams. Now, I had an update with that too. I had not consumed this content when you were talking about it. I still haven't consumed a ton of it, but wow, it's a lot darker.
Yeah. I know. A lot has come out in the last week, too, since his post.
It's really just very sad. And as a parent, I don't see how anything could be worth a fractured relationship with your child like that. And it's just really hard to not contribute all of this family turmoil to, like, the money and the fame.
Yeah.
And it's just like, God, is it worth it? And, like, I don't know. I mean, obviously, you know, we're never going to have all the information of what went down. I mean, it sounds like there's obviously been some very hurtful stuff that has happened. I mean, children don't just, like, disown their families if something is not going on. Yeah. And I'm sure it's exacerbated by the money and the fame. But it's really took a dark turn.
On both sides. Because a lot of things have come out. Past girlfriends have come out in defense of both sides. So
in defense of both Brooklyn and then some in defense of Posh or the parents. Okay.
So Nicola dated the Hadid's son, Anwar Hadid.
Wait, back up.
Okay, Nicola Peltz
is the wife.
The wife.
And comes from, like, a billionaire family.
Yeah, her dad is a billionaire, the kind of billionaire that, like, owns companies that own other companies and acquire companies. Yeah. But, yeah, started out in, like,
I think they said, like, $1.7 billion or something. Yeah. They're worth something insane. Yeah,
and he's a huge Trump supporter. Sounds like a real piece of work. She also has a horrible reputation.
Yes, I saw that too. Now, I don't know how much of that is
that's the thing about
substantiated, but
all of these celebrity things is, like, you never know what's true. But she has a bad reputation.
And when people get to that level of wealth and fame, they're all doing bad stuff, I feel like.
For sure. I'm sure. I mean, I was trying to be diplomatic.
No ethical billionaires.
I was trying to be diplomatic, but, you know, you take on certain traits. There's all these claims from,
like, pushing her nanny down the stairs.
Yeah,
like,
crazy down the stairs.
Stuff.
That one sounds kind of insane, but who knows? And then just, like, hairstylists, like, wedding planners, just treating
really
people
badly.
Horribly, which, you know, to a level that has gotten her reputation that's pretty bad.
Right.
And then, so the first person that came out with a response to Brooklyn's post on his long post on his stories was one of the Hadid family members, because she dated Anwar.
Okay.
Was Yolanda's son, brother of the supermodels, and had reached out to Posh, VB. They call her VP over there.
Of course
Victoria
they do.
Beckham.
I'm calling her Vicky.
Reached out to VB, even personally, to be like, yeah, she's awful. She did the same thing with my son. Like, we never saw him. Kind of, like, disconnected him from the family. Like, this sounds exactly like what had happened with our family.
Wow.
They broke up. We've since mended. You know, so it's like, okay, that's interesting. And then 2 other girlfriends came out in defense of Brooklyn, girls who dated him in high school, saying, you know, he struggled when he was young, his parents were never around. You know, the classic, what you would imagine if you had really rich parents. Right. He never felt comfortable having his photograph taken. He was kind of forced to do all that at some degree, you know. And that's the thing, I feel like both sides are true.
Oh, for sure.
You know, I feel like they probably do live an insane celebrity lifestyle where they are a brand.
Yes.
And they are, you know, they've asked him to, like, sign away the rights to his name.
Yeah. That's wild.
Which would make you feel like, what? No.
I know. No. He didn't choose this life. No. He was born into it. And that's it's his name. You gave it to him.
But I feel like that's also ripe to be able to be manipulated by someone to be like, hey, your parents are awful, your family's awful, they're taking advantage of you. You know, you should never talk to them again.
Yeah.
You know, it's a perfect opportunity for someone like that to pounce.
Yes. Yeah.
So, you know, I'm sure there's madness on both sides, and they're probably both right. It gets back to that thing where it's like both truths are their own reality.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Which is common in so many things right now. Where it's just like neither are right and neither are wrong.
Exactly.
They're
it's
both
just sad.
Different, yeah.
It's just sad, and
you think as parents though, you'd just be like, we'll do whatever we can to be with our child. But that's where the weirdness comes in, where it's like, but they are a brand.
That's where the money and fame comes in.
They
and
will do anything to kind of like that. That's almost up there with children. Is like keep.
That's so wild to me. Like I can't even conceptualize that.
I know.
Like what? It's your child. Yeah. What? I don't. Yeah, that's really hard for me to understand at all. And then another little tidbit I heard, which made me laugh. It's not really funny, but it kind of is Mark Anthony at the wedding announcing, and now the most beautiful woman in the room, Victoria Beckham. Oh my God. Wow.
You know what? That's probably, if that shit wasn't already a brewing before the wedding, I bet you anything she was like, that's it. You're never talking to your family ever again after this.
Right?
I mean, that's the snub of
that
all
could
snubs.
Yes.
I mean, that could be the catalyst. Yeah, she was just like, no way. And also, I'm not releasing this video of your mom dancing on you because we're going to hold that as, blackmail. Yeah.
I did see
lot
like
of funny details. It is hard too because some of the details are just like kind of unrelatable rich people stuff. It's
right.
Sort of hilarious.
Yeah. So anyway,
the other thought I had though was, when we'll finally know what actually happened.
When?
Is when they inevitably break up.
Yes.
Because, they're gonna. They always do. Except, I will say, except for King and Queen Posh and Becks. They are one of the, celebrity marriages that are, still going. I think probably because of that brand.
Of course.
Reign they have.
They wouldn't be worth as much not together.
Right, exactly. Yeah. They can't break up the family because then that would ruin everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to split up eventually. And we'll see.
And then we'll find out, yeah. I guess there were a few people that came out that were at the wedding and said about the dancing and said, 100% it was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And strange.
The DJ, I think.
Yeah.
The DJ was like, it happened.
Yeah.
So anyway. It's hard for me to imagine what the dance
like, why wouldn't you just be like, that was get off me, Mom!
I know. It's so hard for me to imagine what she could have possibly done for it to be that uncomfortable.
I know.
But who knows?
Oh, dear.
Rich people are weird, man. Moral of the story is being rich makes you really weird, so.
Yeah. Yeah. And mo money, mo problems.
Amen.
Jeez.
That's why
we've decided to just stay poor.
Don't go after money.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't care about it. We don't want it. I don't know.
We're perfectly happy without it. Don't sponsor us. Okay, so also sort of in a similar realm, talking about there's no ethical billionaires. Have you seen all of these people, quote unquote, turning on Taylor Swift because of the text message leaks between her and Blake Lively?
Oh, well, I saw the leaks, but I haven't seen that.
I don't know that the Swifties are turning, but there's lots of content about people posting things talking about how, I knew I was always right. Taylor Swift's a horrible person. You guys, the texts are nothing.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Let's release your text messages between your girlfriends.
Yeah, I know. And I feel like I read one and I was like, this is too hard to read and decipher. I was like, I don't even know what are we supposed to do?
She calls him a little bitch or...
But wasn't that Blake Lively talking the whole time?
No.
Oh.
No. Yeah, it's literally no worse than any mom group chat.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's what friends do.
Yeah. I don't know. And especially if you take it out of the context of your best friend is telling you that she's being sexually harassed by this guy or being made to feel very uncomfortable on the set of this movie. Yeah, let's see what you would say to your best friend in a text message. Right. Come on.
Yeah, a few little bitches might fly.
Yeah, exactly. And I fully agree with the statement, no ethical billionaires. I'm sure she's doing some stuff. Who knows? I'm sure the money's always a little funny when you have that much of it.
Yeah.
There's just no way it's not. But I don't think that this is the canon event that's bringing Taylor Swift down.
No,
let's
so.
move on, guys.
Move on.
Get
people.
real. Okay? Get real. Okay. Oh, so Weapons and Sinners being nominated for Oscars.
Yes, I know.
I feel like the landscape is changing for horror a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Sinners was so great.
Sinners was awesome, and I'm not a horror person.
Yes, Sinners was fabulous. Weapons was good, and I think I gave the review and not wanting to give away any spoilers because you hadn't watched it yet. And the acting and the interpersonal relationships, great. The actual horror plot of the movie left a little to be desired, you know? But, yeah, it's really exciting.
Nice. Yeah, that is very cool. I feel like things are changing in award shows just in general. I feel like
it's time.
I mean, it's been time.
It's been time, yeah. We're ready. We're ready for some change. So that was exciting.
Are you going to see Hamnet? I feel like I really want to see Hamnet.
Hamnet. I don't know if I'm familiar with that.
It's about the Shakespeare family. It's supposed to be really good. And it is a period piece. I feel like you might like it.
A horror period piece?
No.
I'm like, wait, what's happening here? Have we transitioned?
No, yes. Sort of. It's just nominated for an Oscar.
No, I have not. I do want to sit down and watch some of the ones that I haven't seen. I can't remember, of course, what they are now. When I looked at them, I was like, oh, I need to watch that one and that one. So, yeah. That was exciting.
I say that every year. I really want to do it this year. Watch more of the movies.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to watch One Battle After Another.
I did. Remember, I just didn't finish it.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you gotta finish it.
It was so funny because my husband and I watched it on Christmas, and then we had to turn it off because, whatever Christmas activities were on the docket that needed to be done. And like 2 nights ago, I was sitting there and he came in to the living room and I said, "Did you finish watching One Battle After Another?" He was like, "What?" He was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "That Leonardo DiCaprio movie we were watching." And he goes, "Oh, on Christmas?" He goes, "No, I don't care about any of those characters." I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll watch the rest of it by myself then."
That's funny. I don't care about any of those characters. That's so funny because I cared about all of them deeply.
I know. And that's typically, I feel like, the type of movie he likes and like will be sat for because he's not much of a cinema guy.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
I mean, it is a long one to be sat for.
No, for sure. Yeah, I felt like it definitely kept me engaged the entire time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I haven't been compelled to go back and finish it, so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
The end's pretty great.
Yeah.
It is a nicely wrapped up.
Did they find her?
I can't tell you that.
All right.
And it was funny.
Yeah, it was
I
funny.
Out loud quite a few times.
Yeah, it was definitely funny. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't gone back. I was enjoying it while we were watching it, but then...
I also want to see Marty Supreme.
I was like about to say Matthew something. I was like, that's not it. Marty Supreme, yeah.
Only because he's swept. He's won.
Yeah.
But you know what that means? He's not going to win the big boy. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah. I think Leo will win. Do you think?
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
he's the only other contender, really.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like he finally won for The Revenant, like however many years ago, and he's not won since. And I feel like he was snubbed quite a few times leading up to The Revenant.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's due for another.
Yeah, I mean, I would be happy if he won. Yeah. Also, I feel like Skarsgård, the older Skarsgård, might be a contender too. I have not seen the movie, but he won one award for it.
Which movie?
I can't remember.
I have not seen the movie and I don't know what it's called, but he was really great, so I hear.
He won like the Screen Actors Guild Award for it or something. Great. Excellent reporting.
Very thorough here at She's in the Weeds. We love to talk about things we have absolutely no idea about.
Haven't seen it. Haven't read the book, but let me tell you.
Let me tell you everything.
My thoughts.
I have a couple She's in the comments.
Okay.
One thing I've been seeing, so I am currently on, day 14 of Accutane, I think. Mm. So I've been following a lot of girls on their Accutane journeys. And I keep seeing this comment, and it's like, what is wrong with people? People will comment, I guess they'll just prescribe Accutane to anyone. your acne's not severe enough for Accutane.
What?
I keep seeing that comment, and it's like, what
Get
on earth are you talking about? I even saw one where it said, I have had acne, dealt with it off and on for 25 years. I've seen dermatologists, I've seen estheticians. I saw this one comment that said, your acne's supposed to be such and such grade 5 before you can get Accutane. I have never heard anyone say grade anything.
Yeah,
like, I think people are just making shit up.
Yeah,
it's so unhinged. I'm like, what on earth are you doing?
Yeah, get a life, people. Seriously.
I guess I'll just prescribe Accutane to anyone? Like,
yeah, it's hard for me to think, like,
I don't know
if
if
look at anybody's video and think that, and then feel compelled to type it out. Like, what?
And I don't know if it's, like, inspired by, because I know that there was, like, a little bit of rabbling with the Ozempic stuff when it first, like, became kind of difficult to get because it was being prescribed for weight loss and people need it for diabetes and PCOS and all of these, like, insulin-resistant disorders. But Accutane is literally for acne. Like, There's no scarcity. We're fine.
Yeah.
What are you doing? So strange.
I know. And it's just like, these aren't dermatologists. They're just schmoes.
No, like, randos. You have no idea what this person's journey has been.
Yeah, I know. Like,
so bizarre.
Yeah. Like, get in your lane, ladies.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if somebody was like, oh, I started SSRIs, you wouldn't be like, guess they'll just give antidepressants to anyone.
You used to have to be suicidal before you got put on meds. Now they're just handing them out to everybody.
I mean,
yeah.
So that's one. And then the other one, I see this one a lot too. And it's like, you're not unique. A, it's not the flex you think it is. And B, you're the 17th person to comment this on this video. Anytime somebody's fat in a video or eating processed foods in a video, at least 85 people will comment, I'm too European for this. Only in the USA. And it's like, okay.
Oh, God.
Yes, please recognize your privilege of living in a European country where your access to food and the way your food is regulated is much cleaner and better than ours.
Yeah. Are these actually European people?
I don't know.
Americans who are like, I'm too European for this?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's a stupid comment. It's not the flex you think it is, and you're the 75th person who said it. So, like, enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah, our processed foods, are they horrible? Are they delicious, though? Yeah. So, like, get off my back.
Yeah.
Let me have a treat. Yeah.
I'm done seeing that.
It's just like, it's not funny. Everyone should just, like, when you type things, take a beat and ask yourself, is this really mean?
It's just mean.
Is it? Then don't type it.
And I think they think it's a flex.
Yeah.
And it's not.
And then ask somebody else, is this funny? If there's any doubt in your mind, don't type it, because guess what? It's not funny.
Right.
Nobody's ever funny on the internet.
So anyway.
It's not true. Lots of people are funny on the internet. Nobody's funny in the comments.
They are, actually, sometimes.
That's true, actually.
The comment sections can really pop off and be funny sometimes. But
yeah, that's the saving grace of a video. Okay,
yes.
I retract what I just said. The internet is hilarious.
But that particular comment, not funny, not a flex, and not unique, so move on.
Yeah.
I also have a behavioral disease. I need to see if you have this.
Okay. Sure I do.
I cannot put clothes away out of a suitcase or a travel bag, even if they are clean. I cannot do it. Even if I have specifically washed them on the trip so that I could repack them clean so that I don't have to wash them when I get home, which I often do while I'm on the trip if there's a washer and dryer available. I still can't do it. I get home, I open the bag, I can't do it. I have to wash them.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't have that one, actually. I'm like, oh, great, I didn't wear this. Going right back on the shelf.
Can't do it. Physically cannot bring myself to hang it up or put it in a drawer.
I bet your suitcase is cleaner than mine, too. Not that mine's dirty, per se, but...
Must immediately go into the washing machine. I can't. And then I'm like, why did I even wash it on the trip?
Yeah.
Because I still do. Every single time there's a washer and dryer available, I'm like, oh, let me just wash all this so I don't have to do it when I get home, knowing I'm still going to do it when I get home. And don't come at me with the water waste. I know it's wasteful. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nobody cares. I don't like putting dirty clothes in a suitcase, though. I usually put it in a bag. I usually have, like, a bag for dirty clothes, because I don't like them, like, swimming together.
No!
Yeah.
Absolutely
so
not.
I get that. I get washing them beforehand.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Well,
anyway, I'm working on it.
I'm
working on it. Oh, gosh, okay. I feel like it's okay if this is a little bit longer episode, because I feel like we got to do a quick reality check.
Yes, because I have reality notes.
Okay, good. Okay, so Salt Lake City reunion.
Yeah.
Lisa showing the picture of her and Ben Affleck from 10 years ago was hilarious.
I know. Oh my God.
That was great. The scroll, Angie's scroll about Lisa being that troll.
Oh, it scared me.
Oh my God, that scared me to death.
Hold on. Let me.
It's okay, Sophie.
It's okay, baby.
It's okay.
Yeah, the scroll, I don't know. The first time she did it was funny. Now it's just kind of like, all right with the props.
Yeah, and like, I feel like that wasn't even like relevant to the season.
No, it didn't land. I think she was trying to have a moment and it just like didn't really work.
Yeah. Okay, can we talk for a minute about Mary?
Yeah.
Okay, because we kind of went in a little hard on her on the last episode.
I was thinking about that this morning because I watched the third.
I know, but it's almost like, the third reunion?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen the third one yet.
It came out this morning. I watched and I was getting ready. I couldn't help myself.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, okay. They talked a little bit. He brought up the documentary in the second part. Mm-hmm. And, like, listen, she said something about, like, their customs and practices and how she just thinks people aren't used to, like, Pentecostal churches and black churches and this and that. That's all fine and good. I think the thing that is a little suspicious is, again, it's the money.
Yeah.
Funny with the money. And I listened to the Bravo docket, and they were talking about this a little bit, and there's all kinds of lawsuits and stuff with the church. And I didn't get fully into all of that. I got about halfway through the episode. But they started out the episode just, like, kind of talking about how churches amass wealth, and because they start out, it's like a nonprofit situation, and then they can build these for-profit arms where then they purchase companies and all these things. And so we talk about no ethical billionaires. Would you like to take a stab at how much the Church of Latter-day Saints is worth asset wise?
Is it $20 billion?
$290 billion, Hollis.
Oh my God.
And now,
that is insane.
How about the Catholic Church? Not just the Vatican, but with all the dioceses and everything, like, globally.
How much?
They think upwards of $5 trillion. So here's the thing. At the end of the day, money is driving these things.
Yeah.
And when money is driving these things, there's unsavory things going on. And that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I know I went in pretty hard on Mary because I had just watched that documentary. And it was pretty damning. And I do understand that, like.
And you had been watching old seasons where she was a nightmare.
Right. Yeah. The combination of those two where it's like, she used to be. I think she's figured out. I don't think the Mary we're seeing now is the complete Mary. I think she's. Sure, we all grow and evolve.
She's worked on her presenting character.
Yes, but and I think she's realized I need to shut up and I need to behave better.
Yeah.
Because, I say off-color things and it gets me noticed.
Right.
Now people have, ammunition.
Right.
Yeah, the problem that I walked away with is exactly what you said. Like, they're taking advantage of people fiscally.
Yeah.
Which has happened in religion forever.
Unfortunately, yeah.
It's like you said, that's a kind of the point of a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I think she is taking advantage of these people. If you want to believe Mary is God and you want to worship her, by all means, go ahead.
Right. Well, and I think that's what they were addressing when she said that about the customs and practices, because that was sort of her rebuttal to that. Was like, they don't think I'm God. People just aren't used to our customs and practices.
Right. Well,
and I'm not judging that part of it. No. Like, how they worship, their customs and practices within the religion, it's the money stuff for me.
Yeah.
And, I didn't watch a documentary, so I don't know, but, her grandma ran the church and all this stuff. Like, their family has amassed all this wealth through that.
Right, and none of her constituents do.
And there's something not quite right about that. So,
yeah, and and even just her personal traits of excess, hoarding, and then using that as a way to hold that over other people.
Right.
You know, and put herself on a pedestal. That's just not that's not godly at all.
Right. I know. I know. The other thing that I think when we were talking about sort of her evolution after she had her hiatus, those first seasons before she took the break and came back, she never cared about the other women. She was better than them. She was so dismissive of them. And then it's all of a sudden she came back and now she's so invested and cares so much about
friends. Yeah. Well, yeah, and that also screams I'm losing people. Yeah. People are dropping me left and right because, I've been horrible to them. Yeah. And I've been burned. Yeah. So I don't know.
I'll have to watch.
It is weird though how watching those old episodes, how they're all Mary zealots. It's so weird, and they all still are now.
I know it is strange. It's so strange. Their relationship with her is strange.
I know. Yeah. I don't understand.
It's very perplexing.
What do you get out of a friendship with Mary?
I
really don't understand.
I know, and
and I honestly think it's just
so curious what she's like off camera.
I know, and what? And this is the thing about Housewives too. That I think Salt Lake, they seem a little bit more like actual friends to me than any of the other franchisers. Yeah. I really feel like most of the rest of them, they're only friends
because
when
they're
filming.
Yeah.
You know, where I feel like some
at
of these
least
women...
the whole.
Yeah. Yeah. Where I feel like some of these women on Salt Lake actually did have relationships prior to this and still do. But yeah, those are ones where I'm like, there's no way. I mean, I don't know. They say... And, I mean, it kind of seems like Angie and her spend time together, are actual friends, but, it's hard for me to imagine what that is.
I know.
Do you really get together for lunch with Mary? And if so, what does she do?
What do you talk about? I know.
Does she just, yell at you the whole time? Get mad at you for saying the wrong thing? It's just such a weird...
Yeah, it is a strange dynamic with Mary and the rest of the women. I know. It's very curious. Okay, can we talk about Meredith accusing Brittany of being a bigot and an anti-Semite?
Yeah, Meredith's lost me.
That was wild a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the jig is up with Meredith. It's just Meredith, nobody knows who you are. I feel like she is another one of those where it's she is a complete facade. Yeah. Everything she says and does is a complete veil. And I have no idea who Meredith really is.
Well, and I feel like it was one of those things, and I hate to say this, especially as somebody who has not, experienced bigotry or discrimination in that way. But it really felt like just, I'm going to make this dig at her because this is one that's hard to, push back on. Yeah. I really did feel that way. Because... I don't know. I mean, it would be one thing if Brittany knew all of that and was promoting the person anyway, but it didn't sound like that was the situation. And it sounded like she did essentially the same thing Meredith did. Was working with the person, did something with them, then this stuff came out and they both dropped them. Yeah. And then Meredith tries to twist the situation and also doesn't mention that it was her nail person or whatever too. I mean,
she had any involvement.
Yeah. And then Andy coming in and being like, well, has she ever given you any other reason to believe that she's anti-Semitic? Have you ever experienced anything else? And then Meredith trying to pretend just because she doesn't like her, well, she's never liked me.
Right. It's weaponizing that argument, which is not a good thing to do because then it makes it harder for anyone to really come out against bigotry and accusations like that. Yeah. Yeah, and I feel what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, these women demand accountability constantly. Mm-hmm. The most important thing you can do is take accountability. But then they take accountability, but that's never enough. Right. It's she did. Yeah. She made a statement, she apologized, she dropped it. Yeah. She apologized to you, you had a conversation. Right. But you're going to continue to rake her over the coals for it. Right. So, it's just what gives, Meredith? Truly, what gives for you?
She just wanted to she was trying to use it to justify her behavior on the plane.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
No, dude.
Yeah, and the plane thing is just again, will we ever... I was really hoping we would get some footage.
I guess we didn't. Yeah, I'll have to watch the third episode, but... Okay, can we talk about Southern Charm? Hooray for Vanita's mom being like, that was mean. You're not being a good friend.
And her being like, was it? Like, really? And then even in the confessionals being like, I don't think I was too extreme. I think I just need to be more patient. No, girl, you need to, like, quit being codependent with your best friend.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell your friends what to do.
So that was, I enjoyed that scene. Yeah, it was like, hooray for Vanita's mom.
Yeah.
The voice of reason here.
Yeah.
Also, Austin comparing his relationship to a meteor hitting the earth was hilarious.
I know.
I was
it's
like,
just coming straight for me. It's 6 months.
You're comparing it to the literal end of the world.
Can you imagine that being that girlfriend watching that? And
I feel so bad for her.
I know. God.
She seems like a perfectly nice girl.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I guess it just kind of comes with the territory of, like, dating somebody that's on a show. Like, everybody talks about their relationships. But, that's a real bummer for her.
Can we also talk about how Craig is just the biggest conundrum to me? I started the episode before last where it was like Sally, told him that she liked him, and then he was like, no,
we're just friends.
He was like,
and I'm sorry, Craig. He was into Sally till Charlie came along.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but like, that conversation that he had with the guys at the bar where he's like, she's a tornado or a hurricane or whatever, and acting like she's this big problem. It's like, no, Craig, you liked her, and then something that you liked more came along, so you dropped her.
Yeah. And
like, fine, but don't make it out like she's some psycho or something. Right. I hate that.
Oh, I know, it's very gaslighting.
Yes.
But then when he was talking about it, I was
ridiculous.
Like, because at first I was like, Craig's a fuckboy, obviously.
Yeah.
Just being a fuckboy and gaslighting her.
Yeah.
Like stringing her along. But then he was talking about it, I was like, is Craig just that weird that he like really does just want to hang out with girls in the hot tub? His friend didn't want her to stay the night. Because, like, Craig is not like most dudes, Or is it, I think you're more right. I think it's mostly that, where it's just like, he was maybe.
And he doesn't want to admit that he liked her because he doesn't want Charlie to think that he liked her because now he's on Charlie.
Yeah.
It's that male behavior that from, like, when you're 20 years old, except he's almost 40, and it's like, dude,
but it doesn't make any sense to me why he was so okay when she was like telling him, I like you, him to say to her face, oh, I just don't see it, I just thought we were friends. Why he wouldn't just come out and say that beforehand? If he was so okay with it, just doing it right there in person, why wouldn't you just do that before
what?
Before that conversation happened, when it was like clear
because he was
that
hoping she was just gonna let it go.
I guess
he was hoping he wouldn't have to say anything because she wasn't gonna say anything to him.
Yeah, it's just the whole thing was just so odd.
Yeah, he was hoping that he could just move on to Charlie, and Sally just would never say anything.
Yeah,
and then unfortunately for Craig, she told him that she liked him, and then he had to say something
because he continued inviting her over to the hot tub. Yeah, the Southern Charm group is so funny.
Also, the gender reveal scene with Whitney was hilarious, where he was like, oh, what are you having? And she was like, Whitney, you were at the party. It's a girl. Then he goes, oh, congratulations.
Oh, we also have to talk about Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see how the Amanda thing blows up, though.
I know. I felt kind of bad because I literally made the note, Amanda is so insufferable.
Yeah.
And then like 30 seconds later, she told the story about her son, which obviously I can relate very much to. And I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
that sucks.
I almost feel like she was kind of using it a little bit.
A little bit.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you a pass because that's awful, but like,
yeah.
I think you know what you're doing.
It wasn't great. It was a situation where she shouldn't have gone to the party.
Yeah. Or if she needed to let people know, not like, oh, somebody's confronting me, great. There's nothing you can say after that.
And we've talked about this before, and like, obviously this is like one of the worst traumas and something that somebody can go through. I know firsthand, but we've talked about this a lot in the past with housewives about how using trauma in the middle of a confrontation to kind of justify behavior or to diffuse the confrontation. Yeah. They do it a lot.
The queen of that is Meredith.
Yes, she does that a
every
lot.
time anything confrontational happens, she goes, I'm just going through something worse than any of you could ever imagine.
Yes, that's a big Meredith move for
like,
sure.
Okay, Meredith.
I know. So yeah, I'll be interested to see too. Also, I think the Bravo docket did a episode on her, like MLM.
Oh yeah,
her Ponzi scheme business.
Yeah, I know. Which I know. Don't even get me started on that.
Woo!
I feel like this is gonna be so funny because I feel like she's going on the Housewives to I'm sure help perpetuate her brand, and I feel like it's really gonna backfire because all the women are just like, no, you're fake. And we all believe in manifesting, but quit trying to make money off of it.
Yeah,
come on. I also, my other takeaway from Beverly Hills is I feel like Kyle just needs to admit she doesn't like Dorit and doesn't want to be friends with her and move on.
Yeah,
it's pretty obviys. I think she's
she definitely seems to be better friends with PK.
Yeah, and feels obligated to be nice because you know why? Because she has to be a girl's girl. Yeah. And if she just comes out and is you know what, Dorit and I were never that close. We don't have anything in common anymore. We obviously don't like each other. People are going to be well, you're not a girl's girl. Obviously. I feel like it just feels like she doesn't like her. She's just trying. She has to be friends with her
because of the show.
Yeah,
I know. We'll see how that unfolds. Okay. The whole Bose Keeley baby situation, very happy for her if that's what she wants. I was a little saddened to hear her say, and these are her exact words, I wrote it down. She said, "I've never had a smooth pregnancy before." And then immediately after that, she says, "If this doesn't work out, I worry about Keeley's overall satisfaction. If he doesn't have a child, which I know he really wants, then what does that mean? So this has to work."
I know.
Yikes.
That was very red flaggy for me too.
She shouldn't be doing this for him.
I know.
Not when she's had so many high risk situations in the past. She lost a child. She had a high risk pregnancy. She's older. It's in vitro. I
know, and it's also
I hope she's not risking her life for this man. I hope she truly wants this child as much as he does.
I know, and it's the caring of the child.
And I don't know that she's going to do that. She hasn't. Has she said whether they're going to do a surrogate?
I think she said she's going to try to carry it herself because she had. I mean, this may have changed.
I don't remember her talking about whether she was going to carry herself or not, but
I think she said she wanted to try because she was I want to give him those moments putting your head to the belly and hearing the baby.
Or I don't remember that. Am I an episode behind? Maybe.
What is this about? Is this about having a child together? Because the pregnancy is a very short amount of time compared to the... are you trying to give him a child, or do you want him to experience a pregnant wife? If that is what you're trying to give him, let go of that.
Yeah, for sure.
She almost kind of insinuated, I've never had a positive experience during pregnancy. This one might be. And I just want to be what makes you think this one will go okay if none of them have in the past?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know. I thought the same thing. I was worried for her.
I know. I didn't love that. So, I don't know. Obviously, her body, her choice, her relationship, all of that. But I just really hope it's truly what she wants for herself and not that she's not just doing it for him.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to get in the weeds, probably. Okay, so today we are talking about the Elizabeth Smart documentary.
Yes. Oh, boy.
Yes. I actually knew this whole story inside and out already, but I was very excited to watch the documentary still. I like that it was a very victim-centric, it's basically her documentary. I like it when it's from the victim's perspective and it's the victim and the victim's family speaking.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
I did too. It was very informative. Also because I remember when this happened.
Yeah.
But I don't ever remember hearing the details of what she experienced throughout the kidnapping.
Oh.
I remember looking for her. I remember when she was found, that being tabloids in the headlines a lot. But I don't ever remember hearing, a recount of exactly what her experience was when she was kidnapped.
Yes.
So it was wow.
Yes. I really can't remember how I originally latched onto the story, but yeah, I mean, I knew every detail inside and out already. It's been years and years ago that I either listened to something or read something, I can't remember. But just about the number of times that she could have, I mean, that,
yeah,
you know, it was like, God. And she talks a lot about that. She was on Armchair Expert, and she talked a lot about that on that podcast, about how, yeah, you just, it's fight, flight, or freeze, and in those moments, like, it just wasn't possible.
Yeah.
I mean, with her captors, as she calls them,
yeah,
being right there. And there's a lot about, I guess, too, maybe we should give a little. So she was kidnapped from her home in Utah in 2002, and she was held captive by this man who had been posing, well, I don't know if he'd been posing as a homeless man. He may have been actually homeless at that point. Him and his third wife he claimed to be like a prophet and just kind of wild religion stuff. And he had seen her, and this is what's so crazy. He had literally seen her like one time. She had run into him on the street with her mom. He was out begging or out preaching or something. And actually, I think she said this was before they were wearing the robes and all the garb. Asking for work, I think, is what she said he was doing. And her mother was like, well, I don't have any work for you, but you can call my husband. He came to their house one time and did some work. And then broke into their house, kidnapped her. Her sister was in the room. They were sharing a bed. 9-year-old sister. She was 14, Elizabeth was. Little sister heard his voice, and I think it was just something like, come with me or I'm going to kill you, basically. And they left the house. And she was held captive by them for like 9 months, and it was super wild because, you know, the sister said the voice was familiar, but she couldn't place it. Then they thought it was this contractor that had done some work at the house. He had kind of a rap sheet, and they fixated on him as the prime suspect. And the sister said, it's not him. It's not him. And they were like, you know, she's probably not super reliable, which quite frankly would be true.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases, eyewitnesses are not very reliable. And so then that guy ended up dying while he was in prison, like kind of awaiting, you know, to be convicted maybe of this. And randomly, like 4 months later, the sister's just like thumbing through a book or something, and she goes, it's Emmanuel. It just clicked. And she goes, I think it's this guy Emmanuel that came to our house. The police they were just fixated on this other guy, and they were like, no, we don't. They didn't really look into it, and they did have a sketch artist do a sketch, but that was kind of where it ended. And then
that other guy had some pretty damning evidence.
Yeah, he had stolen some jewelry.
He had stolen jewelry. They found the
that's
wife's
right.
jewelry in the house. So they did a sweep of the house. And then the dad had given him a car, and he had, on the night that she was kidnapped, had 100 miles put on his speedometer or something.
And had like shovels and stuff.
And would not tell them.
He wouldn't tell them. And so I think what I think he did kill somebody.
Yeah.
And just not her. Because he could have exonerated himself by telling the police where he was going and like why he had that shovel, because they thought, oh, he drove her out to the desert and buried her. And he never would tell them. And they finally offered him immunity. They're like, as long as you didn't kill somebody or kidnap somebody, just tell us where you were. You can have immunity. And him and his lawyer were trying to decide what to do with that. And then he died in prison or in jail while he was being held. And that's my theory. Yeah. Otherwise,
why would he? Yeah.
Why he would have just? I think he killed somebody else. But anyway, because he did. He had kind of a he was kind of a violent felon.
He had a rap sheet. And if you were, I mean, honestly, if you were law enforcement, that doesn't seem right. I would think the same thing. You're like, that's enough to be like you're the main suspect.
Yes,
you know?
Absolutely. But the fact that, you know, the sister was like, it's not him, and of course, again, like not super reliable. But yeah, so like 4 months in, she's like, it's this guy, I'm pretty sure. And by that time it had been, you know, unfortunately that's just kind of how these things go. It was like the investigation was kind of winding down on the law enforcement side, and like, so anyway, the family ended up finally deciding, of course, God, am I going to remember his name now? I always forget his name. The America's Most Wanted guy. Anyway, the America's Most Wanted guy, the family got in contact with him and said, this happened and we have this sketch, and he's like, you got to release the sketch. So the family released the sketch, and this guy's brother-in-law sees the sketch, and he knew his brother-in-law had been going by the name Emmanuel, because that was the thing at first. I was like, how did the brother-in-law look at this sketch and be like, that's him? Because the sketch didn't really look that much like him.
Yeah, regular guy.
But it was the name, Emmanuel, because...
Yeah. He's also been living in the woods and thinks he's a prophet.
Yeah, yes. So he called it in.
Yeah.
And it turned out, and the other wild thing, too, is she could hear her name being called at the camp. They were keeping her up in the mountains in Utah in a tent. And then at one point they went to San Diego for a little while. But during the initial searches, she could hear them calling her name.
Oh, so close.
And then, of course, they came in, made her be quiet, and eventually she's like, it just got quieter and quieter until it's gone. But they went to San Diego because they had an encounter at... they went to a party at one point.
No, which I thought was funny.
And, a house party. And she had contact with some people, and they were wearing, their robes and garb and stuff, and... so she had some interaction with people there, but nobody pressed the issue. Then a police officer approached them at the library and was like, this could be the girl we're looking for. I need to see her. And they're like, no, it's against our religion. And she says the police officer pushed a little bit.
Sorry, hold on.
But he ultimately just left it alone. But anyway, they went to San Diego for a little bit. She convinced them to go back to Salt Lake. And, the second they got into town in Salt Lake, the police had, had enough information, and they basically kind of surrounded them on the street, on the sidewalk, and were able to get her separated from them and figure out that it was her. But it's a remarkable story. Of course, it's a story, unfortunately, of S.A. It's awful what happened to her. She is an incredible advocate now. Absolutely incredible. She's done so much. She has a foundation. They do so much. She has really taken this situation and, I talked about at one point with the loss of my child. I don't believe that things happen for a reason. This is a nonsensical thing that happened to her. There's no reason for that to happen to anybody, but she has taken it and turned it into something so positive. And it's just been incredible. And she is just so, listening to her talk, and
seemingly
she just
normal.
Yes, that she's come
recovered,
out of this as well as she has. And it's a really incredible story. So
it's just I feel like there's so many examples we have of that now. Amanda Knox, Monica Lewinsky, of these women who have gone through just heinous, horrible experiences, have come out the other side and have completely adjusted back into society and are now, advocates and using what happened to them for good in the world. It's just really inspiring.
Absolutely.
Because she has, I feel like we've said that for each of those conversations. They have every reason to be a shell of themselves,
absolutely.
Or,
and it's
barely functioning,
right.
And they're the complete opposite. It's just it is pretty astounding.
Yeah, and the other part of that too is especially, with people in situations like this where there is SA and all that shame and everything that comes along with that, which shouldn't, but it does. It's not, she doesn't owe anybody anything to talk about that and to use that to help other people. And the fact that she has, and, she grew up so religious, and she talks about that on the Armchair Expert podcast about how religion played into that so much, and how, I don't think she's particularly religious anymore, and her father has since come out and left the church and left her mother, and so obviously those beliefs and things have changed, but how difficult it was to talk about with the psychiatrists in the beginning and have to like say what happened to her. And she's like, I couldn't even say the words. I had never been taught the words.
Yeah.
You know? And so, yeah, just to have something so traumatic when you've been brought up that way and there is so much shame surrounding that, and to be able to evolve out of that and let go of all of that to talk about it so publicly to help other people is just really commendable.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing to do. And I just think it's wonderful.
Yeah, I do too. I know one of the things that really struck me when she was talking about it also was, you know, she was a pretty sheltered religious girl. At 14, you know, she was... You know, she had no sexual experience for sure, even romantic experience, and talked to boys. Right. And this concept that, you know, your virginity is something sacred, and if you lose it, it's shameful. And that when this was happening to her, she had these thoughts of, does my family even want me back after this? Because I'm having, you know, sexual relations before marriage, even that she didn't even understand the concept of sexual assault. Right. You know, and that, like, that isn't your fault. You aren't responsible for that. And, like, oh, my God, like, the mind fuckery that must have been going on while this was happening and then in the recovery stages. Right. God, yeah, it's awful to think. I don't want to go too deep into the essay, but yeah, that really struck me. It was just like, man, that poor girl. And the other thing was, with the religion piece, it was so curious to me hearing, like, the bartender... They went to a bar, or maybe this was somebody at the house party, who saw this man...
Yeah, it was the house party, and he did a little snippet in the documentary. Yeah.
You know, you see, and I wonder how much of this is, like, kind of regular for being in Salt Lake, is seeing a man in a robe, a woman in a robe, a young girl in a robe, where clearly, you know, he's telling them, I can drink, they cannot... Clearly something is strange and off, but not... I mean, you'd think these days, if somebody witnessed that now, they would immediately be like...
your lizard brain would go off.
Yeah, and I know he said he regretted, like, not
pushing
more of
it further,
but if in that time frame, in that place in Salt Lake, if that was kind of, like... Did it cause that much alarm? That,
right.
Like,
well,
that
he
kind
did
of
say
submissive behavior is maybe a little bit more commonplace.
Well, he did say that there's like a massive counterculture. In Utah, there's the religious Mormon culture, and then there is a big counterculture. I feel like you have some out there kind of situations, and I think that's sort of. You know, he's like, I've seen some things. Yeah. And it was just kind of like, all right, you know.
Weirdos.
A couple weirdos. Yeah. So, yeah, unfortunate that she was, but, you know, she was rescued. And so. But, yeah, it's an incredible story.
She was rescued, it's fine.
It's fine.
No, it is. And, the doc is worth checking out.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great. Definitely check out her foundation. There's some great resources. They teach, you can take self-defense classes. She has a podcast where she talks to survivors. And so elizabethsmartfoundation.org if you want to check that out. She's also on social media. So, yeah. Okay, let's get to our grapes and gripes because Suki's going nuts, and we have our makeup workout in the morning. Okay,
my gripe goes out to my sensitive teeth and the temperature. I realized I was walking to my car from work today with my mouth open because my teeth started hurting because the air was so cold. And at first I was mad at the temperature of the air, and then I was like, I guess I'm mad at my teeth too for being that sensitive. I can't tell what it is more, than my teeth sensitivity or the temperature of the air.
Right.
But it sucked.
Yeah, that's no good. I sometimes notice that as well. My gripe is going out to when you are in a restaurant or like a cafeteria or a place that is crowded with tables and people sitting in chairs, and you need to get through, and you're walking up behind someone, you're like, oh, excuse me, sorry, I need to get through, and they just lean their body forward instead of moving their chair. Like, excuse me, that doesn't do anything.
It's like when you're trying to hurry through an intersection and you don't run, you just kind of move your arms like this. They don't go any
exactly
faster.
the same.
Yeah.
Those are coded very similarly. Yeah, this is not helpful. Thank you. Move your chair.
Move your ass.
Okay. And my grape is going out to just the fact that some things never change. And I hope that you were doing this. I was definitely doing this in gym class when you were a kid in elementary school, and you had the scooters, like the square scooters.
Oh, yeah.
And you would do bowling, and you would sit on the scooter and push the person into the bowling pins. They're still doing that.
Nice.
So that was fun to hear.
Hopefully they're still doing the big parachute.
Oh, heck yeah, I think so.
Nice.
Yeah.
My grape goes out to my new favorite afternoon snack.
Is it peanut butter?
No, it's actually not that novel, but it's the fruit choice. Cottage cheese and kiwi.
Oh. It's a good mix.
Really good. I've been crushing it.
I hate cutting kiwis to skin them.
I know. I've gotten pretty good at it, though.
Can you just spoon it out, kind of?
Oh, yeah. You could.
Yeah.
I like to cube mine up.
Yeah.
I like to cut it into cubes.
I like to.
But I've gotten pretty good at getting the skins off. So,
Okay.
But yeah, it's a delicious high protein snack.
Do you ever eat yellow kiwi?
I've never had a yellow kiwi. Are they good?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do they taste virtually the same?
Yep.
Or? Okay.
But they're good.
If you like yellow better than green,
Yeah.
get you some.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Great.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. I must go home immediately. I gotta get the out of here.